Put your hands on your belly button. Greetings. Hello, everyone. I am Kim Gwija, the beautiful story grandma, and I'm here to tell you an interesting story. The story that I will tell you today is, hey title, come out, tuk-tuk. Ulungdo and Dokdo are our land, and Yongbok. Before we start the story, shall we sing the song Dokdo is Our Land? 87 kilo away, east south from Ulungdo, there is a lonely isle for seabird. Even if whoever persists it is their land, Dokdo is the real land. Today's story is about the courageous fisherman, An Yongbok, from the Joseon dynasty, who defended Ulungdo and Dokdo. Now, let's listen to how An Yongbok fought to protect Ulungdo and Dokdo. Let's dive into the story of Ulungdo and Dokdo are our land, An Yongbok. 1, 2, 3, 4, let's begin the story. Let's all have a listen with excitement. Are your ears perked up? Are your eyes sparkling? 1, 2, 3, 4, we're off. Boom, boom! Once upon a time in the Joseon dynasty, there lived a fisherman named An Yongbok in Dongnae. An Yongbok was someone who corrected wrongs and did many good deeds. One day, on his way back from fishing in the sea off Dongnae, he met a man from Ulungdo. The man told An Yongbok in detail about what was happening in Ulungdo. In my hometown, Ulungdo, we are plagued by the Japanese every time we go out to fish. An Yongbok was taken aback and asked, Japanese people? Yes, they claim Ulungdo and Dokdo as their land and catch all the fish. Because of that, we can't catch a single fish. We've fought them, but they either run away or come back and harass us. It's infuriating. Upon hearing this, An Yongbok informed his friend Parko Dun. Parko Dun was also furious. How can such a thing happen in our land, Joseon? Exactly. Ulungdo and Dokdo are clearly our land. No matter how much they want it, it's still our land. This is so frustrating. If they take all those fish, what will our fishermen eat? Let's go right now. An Yongbok and his friend immediately boarded a boat headed for Ulungdo and Dokdo. When they arrived, they found that the fisherman's words were true. There were countless Japanese boats. The nets were full of an overwhelming number of fish. An Yongbok, furious, shouted, Hey! Leave at once. Why are you coming to our land and our sea? Go back to your country immediately. But the Japanese fisherman merely laughed and mocked him. What right do you have to tell us what to do? It's none of your business what we catch. An Yongbok raised his voice even more. I am An Yongbok, a fisherman from Joseon. If you don't leave right now, I won't let this go. Get out! However, the number of Japanese fishermen and their boats was much greater. Before long, the Japanese fishermen surrounded An Yong-bok and his friend and attacked them. They fought valiantly, but ultimately they were captured by the Japanese fishermen. An Yong-bok and his friend, with their hands and feet bounded, were taken away to Japan. What if we die like this? His friend Park O-dun was worried, feeling defeated. But even in that moment, An Yong-bok clenched his fists and spoke firmly. What kind of talk is that? We've done nothing wrong. In fact, this is a good opportunity. I must meet the Japanese leader and settle this. I'll ensure they never dare approach Ulungdo and Dokdo again. Upon arriving in Japan, An Yong-bok was brought before the Japanese governor. The governor scoffed at An Yong-bok. You dared to speak boldly to our fishermen? How brazen! An Yong-bok glared at the governor and said, Indeed, you should be ashamed. Is it proper to come to land that is not yours and catch all the fish without permission? Do you have any proof that Ulungdo and Dokdo are your land? An Yong-bok replied as if he had been waiting for that question. Of course I do. It has been recorded on maps as Joseon territory since ancient times. Besides, isn't it closer to Joseon? It takes just 1 day by boat from Joseon, but it takes 5 days from your country. How could you not know this? The governor pondered over this. He then asked again, Are you a soldier of Joseon? Why do you risk your life to protect Ulungdo and Dokdo? I could have you killed right here. Instead of being frightened by the governor, An Yong-bok shouted even louder. I am a fisherman of Joseon. Isn't it natural for a fisherman to love his country's sea? Even if you kill me, Ulungdo and Dokdo will always remain Joseon's territory. The governor was impressed by An Yong-bok's courage and love for his country. How can a mere fisherman be so bold and courageous? It's regrettable that we don't have such people in our country. The governor seemed to have made up his mind after hearing An Yong-bok's words. Very well. You are right that Ulungdo and Dokdo are undoubtedly Joseon's land. From now on, no fisherman will go near those areas. Now go back to your country. An Yong-bok and his friend returned home safely. From that time on, Japanese boats never dared to come near. People catch fish freely in the waters off Ulungdo and Dokdo without worry. All of this was thanks to the brave and wise fisherman An Yong-bok. Did you enjoy the story that Grandma shared? Whose land did fisherman An Yong-bok claim Ulungdo and Dokdo belonged to? Yes, at that time they were Joseon territory and now a part of South Korea. The wa in Ulungdowa Dokdo connects 2 words equally. However, there are times when you should use gwa. If the preceding word has a final consonant, you should attach gwa. In Anyongbok Gwa Park Iodun, the connecting word gwa is used, while in Ulungdowa Dokdo, the connecting word wa is used because there is no final consonant in the preceding word. Find what other words use these connecting words in between. What was the reason Anyongbok and Park Aodun went to Japan? Anyongbok went to Japan to address the Japanese who were catching fish and harassing Joseon people in the sea off Ulungdo. He boldly asserted that Ulungdo and Dokdo were Joseon's land and returned after being acknowledged by the Japanese governor. People referred to Anyongbok as the protector of Ulungdo and Dokdo. Currently, the Dokdo Security Force guards Dokdo day and night. If you're curious about our land Dokdo, check out the Doran Doran Story Grandma's Bag of Stories website for more details. Let's summarise the story of Ulungdo and Dokdo are our land, and Anyongbok with Grandma. Thanks to the brave Anyongbok who protected Ulungdo and Dokdo, the fishermen of Joseon could fish without worry in the waters off Ulungdo and Dokdo. Even today, people remember Anyongbok's courageous actions with gratitude. Let's not forget Anyongbok's love for his country and all become defenders of Dokdo, singing "Dokdo is our land" with energy. 87 kilo away, east south from Ulungdo, there is a lonely isle for seabird. Even if whoever persists, it is their land. Dokdo is the real land. Now let's sing the farewell song as we say goodbye to Grandma. Here we go. Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. We bless and well. Timber. Here's a park. Eyes are sparkling. Great job. 1, 2, 3, 4. Goodbye. Boom, boom. Put your hands on your belly button. Say goodbye. Everyone, see you next time with the beautiful story Grandma. Goodbye.